Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden. This is one of our Patreon campaigns here at our community. Everyone that you see here on the screen is a Patreon. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Without them, all of our one-shots, marathons, everything that we do on this channel would not be possible. If you're interested in more information on what benefits you can get for being a Patreon, you can use !Patreon in chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of our campaigns and previous episodes over there, including the episodes for this show here. Shout out to Epidemic Sound, royalty-free music at epidemicsound.com. We are also featuring Kevin McLeod, found at incompetech.com. If you would like to interact with this game, there are a couple of different ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points for free by hanging out, chatting, whatever you like, to grant a blessing, which is an advantage die or a reroll to the player of your choice. Or if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. I always forget to grab that before I start talking. But we're going to go around and tell you who we are, where you can find us, and remind you a little bit about our characters. Let's start off with V.
Hello, I'm V, Vertigo Cross. I'm a variety streamer over on Twitch. I play basically whatever I end up feeling like. I haven't been live too much lately because I'm just getting over a case of bronchitis. I'm doing better, and I'm happy to be here. As for my character, I'm playing as Clay. He's a Harangon fighter and one of two people still standing.
Yep. You can check out V's links there in the chat. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, Melly and GeekDice will not be joining us today. We miss them very much, and we hope that they're doing really well. You can check out Melly's links here. V, what did you do over our Frostmaiden break?
I got bronchitis.
Other than bronchitis.
That was basically it.
Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry. Well, I hope that you have fun tonight.
And last night was the first time I was able to actually sleep in my bed. It felt so good.
Aw, I'm glad that you're getting a little better. Alright, we'll scoot on over to Schroeder. Hi.
Hello. And hello everyone watching. I am Schroeder. My pronouns are they, them. I play Lairnus Felth, who shares those same pronouns. Over the break, I have done a lot of job searching. Thankfully today, the search is over. And additionally, I have been playing in a Dragonlance campaign as a Tortle Druid, DM'd by our fantastic Kolskeg. And it's been super fun. I love the access to spells that a druid has and playing a big 7-foot turtle boy. Lairnus is gonna have something go on today. My makeup looks a little different. We'll find out what that is.
Excellent. Thank you so much. James looks busy, so we're gonna hop on over to Zombie. Zombie, take it away.
Hello, I'm Jacob, I'm Zombie, I'm Z. One of those names you like to call me. I'm the lore keeper, and Zappin' Z is a good ship clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's up to your own discretion. Today I play Bam Nash, who is a wizard oak boy who is currently taking a nap in the snow. So we had a lot of fun last time. Where you can find me on Twitter. Well, that's still a thing, at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, I have a pinned tweet of my business card made by the lovely Lady May. You should go support Lady May. Lady May is amazing. I do Twitch clipping, audio editing, and video editing. If those are any services that you would like to be interested in, I would like that. I'm in the process right now of getting with the help of Jade. She kind of helped me navigate through Google Sheets. In the process of putting up a bunch of the stuff that I've done, whether it be highlights I've made, video edits I've done, clips, that's the hard part. Just getting a whole bunch of stuff together to put a new tweet together where I have my business card and show of work that I've done in all one big happy package. So that way, anytime anyone's like, I'm looking for someone, I can go, here's my Google Sheet. Here's all the things that I've done. I just got to get a couple more okays from some people that I can use content that's technically not live, but it'll hopefully work together. Also, I got this awesome pin today. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, if it's too bright, but
I think you posted pictures in the Discord.
I did.
right?
I posted pictures in the Discord, but it is an ally pin, and I am so happy to have it. I'm gonna wear it on everything I can.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about Bam?
So Bam is a big wizard orc boy. He got into magic very young, and he really wanted to learn more and more about it. So he went to an academy and sort of just kind of learned and all kinds of had like a little bit of fun. He always had sort of interest in like lightning and thunder. Always thought it was kind of cool to, I guess, control the weather, control things like that, make things go boom, strike lightning down on stuff, which I don't think he's quite learned how to redo again. But yeah, he's just a big happy orc boy who's trying to figure out why the hell he's here, how the hell he got here, but he's met a couple of awesome people along the way.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'll go ahead and do the recap now as we're waiting for James to get back. But last time when we played Rime of the Frostmaiden, we were tasked by an individual to go search for their missing partner. And as we made our way up to Kelvin's cairn, we finally got the party back together, and it was there that we found there was a base camp with several dogs that had been abandoned, perhaps, or left behind. And it was there that we decided to break the party again. A couple of people staying behind to look over the animals that remained there, including Blueberry and Pearl. Sorry, not Pearl, Marble. Pearl is the dinosaur. And then as we scaled the mountain, we came across a couple of different conflicts and encounters that we had to deal with. One of which led us into a cave. And it is in this cave we met with a fork. We had to decide to cross over an ice bridge or to go down a winding tunnel. The party decided to go over the ice bridge, where they met a cliff. It was a dark cliff. You couldn't really hear or see anything, but you knew that there were survivors here. You had met up with the partner, and they said that they were with a party of 4 people and doesn't know where they went. There's a possibility that they're still alive. So we started off with Clay climbing the cliff, discovering that there's a Yeti. The Yeti did not spot Clay, and Clay managed
Very sneaky with a torch.
Yes, you slipped past, but the Yeti noticed the rest of the party, and then we had Bam and Kolskeg both try to climb. You succeeded on the climb, but you immediately got one shot by the Yeti. So half of the party currently is on death saves. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. This is
Don't
really
sound so
scary.
optimistic, Stella.
Okay, well, I'd like to remind everyone that thank you, Melly, so much for the natural 20s and the advantages. You do have some things here to work in your favor. We have a couple of nat 20s blessings and then some cards in the wind, but I would definitely not lean on that for help, because that's not going to help you.
Knowing me, the cards I have left are not helpful.
No, they're not. Oh, and speaking of cards, if you would like to add cards to the narrative, they change the story, they help, they hinder, they cause drama, they're really fun. You can use !fate in chat for more information on that. But, yeah, I'll go ahead.
Or buy us more nat 20s, please.
Or more nat 20s.
Or more nat 20s, or anybody but me with cards. That's cool. Anything,
Hey, I had 4 bad cards last session.
Oh, okay, that's true.
You did. Yep.
I forgot it was that many.
Since James is still AFK, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out for him. He is a game master for hire. You can check out his links there in the chat. I believe that he is currently GMing a campaign that Schroeder is in as well. And it sounds like lots of fun, so you can definitely go check them out there, and the Twitter's in the chat as well. They are playing Kolskeg, a reborn barbarian. It's currently
Our favorite happy boy.
Yes, currently eating snow next to Bam. All right.
We are both just napping. It's just a
If I could interject very quickly, since James is not here,
Yeah, please.
We do absolutely have room at the table for another person or two. So if you want to check out the start playing, you can play with my fun turtle.
Portal.
Yeah.
Is his
Do
name
it.
Portal the Turtle?
That's combat music, y'all.
No, it's not.
Oh boy!
No!
All right. Welcome back to the battle map, y'all. Okay, we are in the middle
Yay.
of combat. The last turn that we had here was a multi-attack. One on Bam and the other on Kolskeg, 2 claws, and it felled both of them to the ground. Learnus, it is your turn. You are at the bottom of this cliff face here, but you would have been able to see the silhouette of Kolskeg and Bam because Clay is carrying a torch, and you see both their silhouettes crumple. What would you like to do?
With dark vision, am I able to see the Yeti, or is this cliff just too obscuring?
Oh, yes. If you have night vision, dark vision, you absolutely can see the Yeti. The Yeti is this towering creature. Let me show y'all with a reminder of what this looks like. I'm gonna throw up the art there. Look at this beautiful creature. Just absolutely
It's so
gorgeous.
majestic.
The silken fur reminds you of like noble garment, and the teeth are like, you know, ivory sculptures, and the horns just immaculate, you know.
The overwhelming pose of dominance.
Yeah, the wonderfulness of just pain, you know.
Lots of pain. Very hungry, lots of roaring. You see spittle fly around. Oh my god. It's a cat.
Hello, cat.
Hi, kitty.
Good job. Yes, distract with cat. We can win.
Throw off the DM's goal.
Yeah.
Cat.
Brilliant strategy.
No. It's your turn.
No.
All right, so when we last left, Learnus had a sight transpire in front of them. 2 of their comrades had gone to the ground. Now, at first, this sort of immediately filled them with anxiety, but in short order, that anxiety quickly went to panic and despair. The concentration that they maintain to sort of keep the curse at bay has absolutely been broken. And they begin to feel a tug, a pull, a seeming fracture in the back of their mind, knowing that this curse, this darkness is trying to break. First they hesitate, no, can't. But then they realize this might be their only chance they have. Their eyes turn completely black, as well as their hair. A viscous black fluid begins to sort of drain from their eyes, their mouth, their ears, any orifice they have on their skin becomes a sickly pale. Their nails harden, elongate, sharpen, as well as the canines of the teeth in their mouth. Their body, their muscles begin to pulse, spasm as they grow, stretching their armor just enough to where it doesn't break, but it's holding on for dear life. They've become this dark-looking creature, and this magic is a result of Fey magic. A voice that the party has not heard before, that not very many people have heard before, comes from their mouth. Abominable creature. Get away from them! They throw down their shield, they flip their sword and stab it into the snow. Dark, viscous and miasmic energy begins to circle their arms as they extend them, the energy springing forward at the Yeti in an attempt to hex it.
I love it. Okay.
Wait, was that that was the damage roll? Oops, I didn't do it right.
No, that's
I'm
totally
sorry.
fine. That's totally
I was too
fine.
excited.
No. Okay, so the hex does go off. I believe it doesn't require a save. Tell me what it looks like as the hex begins to manifest around the Yeti.
Okay, so the hex has that, like I said, that dark, like it's this purplish miasmic energy. Think like Naraku's miasma from Inuyasha. It's just incorporating it, surrounding it, and the Yeti is a big, strong parental unit. But once this miasma hits them, they begin to feel a little bit sluggish, and as if their dexterity is being sapped.
Okay. Excellent. I believe hex is a bonus action, right?
It is.
All right. So you still have movement. You still have your action.
So, for my action, Laernus holds forth their palm. This like black but somehow still brilliant light energy, bright energy, sparking. A sphere of pitch black with yet again somehow resilient brightness comes from their hand. They grip it, reel back, and throw it at the Yeti, attempting to do an Eldritch Blast.
All right. Blast away. Armor class is 12. Oh no! That is a 7.
I would like to use a natural 20, please.
Okay. Do you want to roll your damage or do you want to just double your damage?
Sorry.
Do you want to roll all 4 dice? 2 dice. Or double it?
I'll just double it.
Okay. All right. So it'll be 16 damage here. That is an amazing hit. As your Eldritch Blast careens forward and it slams into the Yeti, you see it hit it straight in the chest, knocking breath out, and it bowels over, and you seem to have caught it off guard as it's about to deliver these killing blows onto Kolskig and Bam.
Do I want to move at all? I don't know. I will, as a bonus fun action, yell at it, say, "Forget them! I am your opponent now!" Just flavor.
And you see the Yeti turning to face you completely.
Okay. And I will, completely tactically move back, 5 feet or so. Not because I'm scared, but
Yeah. Tactical repositioning.
Tactics.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my turn.
Okay. Clay, it is now your turn.
All right.
So you would have heard the roar, the screams of Kolskeg Bam thudding down to the ground. You heard a voice kind of like Laernus, but somewhat distorted, different, heavier perhaps, coming from below the cliff face, and you see the Yeti stumbling back as it takes this blow of dark energy. What do you do?
So Clay just witnessed 2 people get absolutely blasted.
Yeah.
Including someone who up until now seemed pretty indestructible in Kolskeg. So fighting this seems like a very bad idea to Clay. So he's going to attempt to get the Yeti's attention. I want to he's going to call out to the Yeti and then wave his torch at the little one to sort of draw aggro.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sprint away.
Okay, so you do see that the Yeti is pretty badly hurt. They are bleeding quite a bit. You can see that they are hunched over and favoring one side, having suffered a terrible wound that you can't quite see underneath its thick fur. Just to kind of help paint the picture, you did, on your last turn, throw some rations over to the baby Yeti here, who was playing with the halfling woman like a ball, like a basketball, essentially, tossing them around. But they seem completely distracted now, and the halfling did begin to run away. You can hear their footsteps over towards your east as they begin to retreat. I would like you to roll me intimidation here as your action to draw the attention.
I'm going to use a nat 20.
Okay, absolutely. The sound of the flames roaring as you wave it around, you calling out, you see the Yeti turn towards you. And it begins to charge. Learnus, you see the Yeti just immediately snap its head away from you, and something else has distracted it. So you still have movement, and you still have your bonus action.
All right. And the squares are equal to 5 feet, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to sprint over here, and as Clay runs by the halfling, he's just going to call out, "You better keep running, it's chasing after us!"
I'm trying my best.
And then I'm going to hop 10 feet forward.
Okay.
That's
Very
it for
good.
my turn.
That is your turn. All right. Next on the turn order, we have Bam. Bam, you're dying. You're slowly
Yep.
dying.
Yep.
So there's a couple of things that you can do here. You can roll a death save, which is a 1d20 flat.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll a 10 or higher, you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll under a 10, it's a failure. If you roll a nat 1, it counts as 2 failures. If you roll a nat 20, you stand up with 1 hit point.
Hell yeah. I actually forgot about the 1 penalty.
Yeah. And if you have 3 failures, you could potentially die.
I could potentially die. So DM, just to clarify, I'm gonna roll this one. I want to roll this one. But if I were to use one of my nat 20s, would that go to just my success, or would I just instantly stand up like you said?
I think because you have the choice to decide here and now that you have to decide if you want to use the nat 20 and stand up or if you want to roll.
Okay, so if I roll this one and my next turn comes around, I can't use my nat 20 again?
You can.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's fair, like, for you to do both, basically.
Oh, that's fair.
So do you want to roll or do you want to stand up?
You know what? You're right, that isn't fair. Because I was gonna wait to see how everything went. Yeah, I'll just use one of my nat 20s and I'll just stand up.
Okay. Tell me what happens. You take this slash and you fall down. You're bleeding terribly. But you're not dead. You have 1 hit point.
So I think what happens is that Bam kind of gets hit with this thing, right? And he's just like, kind of get rocked, kind of get pushed back, or kind of like falls forward. And he's kind of laying down for a second. And it's like that moment when like maybe you trip on something or you just get hit with something like really quick. There's like that momentary like the world stops and you kind of don't know what the heck's going on, and then you just kind of come into just a little bit of haze. So I think that's kind of what's going through Bam's mind, and he's kind of like in a haze, kind of shakes his head a little bit, and then there's snow and it gets all over in his beard, and he just like kind of gets up, kind of shakes some of the snow off, stands up, looks at the Yeti, and says, "It's gonna take more than that to drop me someone like me down." And I don't know what else I can do at that point.
I believe like the actual rules is like that counts as your action and your turn's over.
Okay.
But this is a live stream game and let's make it more fun. So you can have your whole turn.
Awesome. I like that. So I guess then in that case, since I know that I can actually do something else, Bam will kind of like assess the whole environment, and he will go, "You tried to show me what death was. Let me show you what death is. And he'll use Soul of the Dead.
Okay.
Ba 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 ba.
All right. It needs to make a wisdom save. It succeeded
Ah,
with a 20 against your 12.
It laughs at my death.
Too in a rage to hear the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You just hear this deafening roar coming out from the Yeti, and the Yeti looks like it's about to charge down the hallway. Just doesn't even care about you right now.
Well, okay. Whew. All right then. Good. It's distracted. And then he'll kind of look over and he'll just kind of like assess everything. I guess he's not gonna go after the Yeti. If the Yeti's running past him, he's not gonna.
Yeah. Do you have dark vision?
Oh, I want to say I do, but let me double check. Yes, I do.
Okay. You see, standing right next to you, Kolskeg is bleeding on the ground.
Oh my god, oh gosh, and I guess I can't do anything healing wise, but I'll just kind of stand by and I guess kind of guard him a little bit the best I can.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. That will be your turn. We see Perlu Fishfinger, the halfling, continue. Excuse me. And move
Right.
past you. She skids to a stop. Clay. You see her incredibly frightened. Something around the corner has drawn her attention so much that she can't move. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh dear.
Next is Kolskeg.
Okay.
Daddy party.
So, same offer. If you would like to use a nat 20 to stand up, you can.
I think I'll just take the roll.
Okay.
I do have advantage on death saving throws as a reborn.
Okay.
So
So go ahead and roll me 2d20 and you take the higher of the two. You're rolling
that would be a dirty 21. So that is one successful death saving throw.
Do you get your constitution modifier to it?
I'm pretty. Hold on. Let's see. Did I mess up there?
Death saves are typically...
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I got an 11.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
that is one success. So go ahead and mark on your character sheet that you have one success. That will unfortunately be your turn.
That is perfectly fine.
Okay. The Yeti begins to charge forward.
Oh god.
As it does, it will leave your attack of opportunity range. Bam. So if you want to smack it with a melee weapon, you can.
Yeah, I guess I don't use my staff that often as a melee weapon, but in this case, I think it warrants it.
Okay.
Let's see, 2. You know what? I think in this, he doesn't. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use it two-handed if I can.
Yeah.
Grab both of them with my hand and try my best to just whack it, like maybe in the back of the head, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. 18 is a hit. Go ahead and roll me
Yay.
some damage there.
Do I just click on the quarterstaff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or
I'll
damage.
take it.
All right. You bonk it on the back of the head, but it doesn't seem to slow down.
Bam kind of looks at himself like, hold on, I know I'm a wizard, but I have some muscles, don't I?
Muscle wizard.
What'd I say?
Muscle wizard.
Cast punch.
Oh, muscles, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that spell, I'm sorry.
Fantastic. The Yeti.
Oh man, that 10-foot jump saved me.
Oh no.
The Yeti comes to a stop right behind you, Clay, and it is still barreling forward, trying to get to you. Lyranus, it is your turn.
Okay, let's see. If I wish to go in the south eastern direction, will I need to make a check to cross the ice?
No, it has been established that it's safe for you to cross the ice.
Okay.
The only time it would be unsafe is if you start running or doing some kind of activity on it.
Gotcha. But just standard movement won't affect
it. I will count it as difficult terrain at the
Okay.
moment because it is. You could break it if you wanted to, but moving across it normally will be fine.
Okay.
Was Lyranus able to tell that Bam stood back up?
Yeah, you have dark vision,
Okay. Hmm.
but you did not see Kolska get up.
Right. Okay. Let me see here. Do some quick measuring. Okay. And for difficult terrain, that like affects my movement speed.
Yeah, it'll
remember
cut it in
correctly.
half. So moving across the ice will take double movement, basically.
Okay. So 5. So that will be
So if you have 30 feet of movement, you can move to this square here.
here. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I will do that. I'm guessing I'm not close enough yet to see what our halfling friends saw.
Actually, you do.
Yay!
Because of your angle here. As you're kind of running across the ice here, you see what has brought Perilou Finger to stop in their tracks. Entering the mouth of the cave is another adult Yeti. You see one of the mountain goats from before has been thrown over its shoulder, and it is bleeding.
Dad came back from his hunting trip. Okay. Well, my movement's done. Let's see. Would I be... Let's see, would I be in range? Yes. Would I be in range? Yes, I would be in range for that. Okay. This might be ill-advised, but right now, in the situation we're in, Lyranus is absolutely in more of an aggressive mode. They were already going through this crazy threat from one Yeti. A second appearing only makes them even more convinced that aggression is the way. So, they will be casting Eldritch Blast at this new Yeti that has entered the map.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Armor class is 12. Okay, 24 is a hit. You do 10 damage here.
Nice.
You knock the goat off of its shoulder, and it looks startled. It looks like that it was completely not paying attention.
But is the goat okay for now?
Yeah, the goat looks like it's going to
Okay.
try to run.
All right, good. That's all. That's good. I want that's what I want. All right.
That goat's gonna be your next character.
Let's see. With that done, I don't believe I would like to do anything else. So that's
Okay. Clay, it is your turn.
Can I do half my movement an action and then the rest of my movement?
Yeah, you can break up your movement.
Okay.
I had to stop and think
So-
for a sec because I've been playing so many different game systems. Yes, you can break
So I'm
up
gonna
your
move
movement.
15 to get adjacent to our little halfling friend.
Parallel.
And then as my action, Clay's just gonna grab them by the shoulder and try to spur them towards the ice, saying, "If you want to live, you better get moving over to this ice." What the fuck is Gart?
Gart.
You better Gart.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she is more this can be a free action here. She is just like, "Yep, I'm going that way now." So, you still have your bonus and your regular.
All right, and then I'm gonna finish my movement over here. I'm going to shove Lyranus back across the ice.
Wee.
If they'll let me. Or if they'll let me.
I consent.
With my action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hop across.
And how far back does that push me?
Normally 5 feet.
Yeah, normally 5 feet. You cannot
Like-
occupy the same square, though.
I'll hang out on this little edge here then.
Okay. Yep. Very good. Okay. Bam. It is now your turn.
Okay, so is there a difference in, because it's been, I don't think I've done much with terrain battle before. So it does say that the Yeti technically is about 15, 20 feet away. Is the fact that I'm up higher on a ledge, does that add to it?
There's a wall in between you.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
okay.
a completely solid floor-to-ceiling wall.
So I couldn't
unfortunately.
even see the Yeti then.
Yeah, you do see this little guy kind of chewing
Oh,
on
no.
some rations, and
Yeah.
they're peeking down the hallway the way that their
I
parent has run.
that little thing hasn't done anything to make me mad, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. God, I really don't know what to do in this situation other than maybe just still watch over Koskeg and just
I'm
make
pretty
that-
sure anyone is allowed to stabilize.
Yes, if you want
Oh,
to do a medicine
Can I try and
check-
stabilize?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to do this.
Okay, yeah, so roll me medicine.
I'm not the best, but we'll try. No.
Okay, you are reaching down, trying to stem the bleeding, trying to help Kolskeg, but unfortunately, Kolskeg doesn't bleed very much. You don't really know what to do in this situation.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking at the claw wrens, trying to like shake Kolskeg. You aren't seeming able to get through to him.
Yeah, my 4 doesn't help me at
pressure.
all. I'm
No.
trying.
All right. Next is Perilu Fishfinger. She begins to bolt after Clay and go across the ice. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. Oops. She is going
Also
to...
shoves.
No, you see her basically dive down and past you as she is trying to flee for her life.
Just for fun, what does she think of how Lyrinus looks now?
She doesn't seem to care. She is running
good.
away.
You aren't the 2 giant yetis.
This is true.
She
Relatively
says,
speaking, that's not great.
she's like, please, I really, really don't want to be rolled up in a ball again. I will do anything. Please,
Oh
just
no.
save me.
Oh no.
Kolskeg. You have never really felt the cold, but for some reason, right now, in your unconscious state, you feel it permeating your senses, whatever those might be. What would you like to do here? It is your turn. You have 1 success.
I will go ahead and use, given the situation, I'll go ahead and use a natural 20 to stand back up,
Okay.
which would bring me back to 1 HP, I believe.
Yes, and just as a house rule, we'll say that you have your whole turn because this is a
Cool.
live stream.
Absolutely. Awesome. So, Kolskeg stands back up. Unlike everyone else, he does not have dark vision.
You can see very clearly Bam is next to you. Bam has had their hands on you trying to help stem your wounds.
When Kolskeg's eyes open as, like, Bam's over here trying to, stop his bleeding, Kolskeg, like, has this really confused look as his eyes just kind of, like, flutter open. He doesn't take a breath or anything. His eyes just open up. And he's like, what are you doing? Why are you touching me? I was just napping. Sleeping.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I was also napping, but you look like you were having a bigger nap. I don't know. I woke up and the Yeti ran away, and I wasn't sure if they maybe had gotten you or what.
Well, I mean, this big hairy thing, like, tried to give me a high five, and the next thing I knew, I was taking a nap. So now that I'm awake,
It must be a big fan of high fives, because I also got high fived in the face.
I'm not feeling so good, but I think we gotta go help our friends. So
Yeah, it went to Bamble Point down where the. Can we both see the steps from there?
Kolska can, but
Oh,
you're just
okay.
pointing out into the dark in a direction.
Oh, okay. Well then, right at. I'll guide you, my friend.
Hear the sound of munching in the darkness.
Oh yes, there's a little Yeti baby thing munching on stuff, and it hasn't done anything to me, so I'd say just let it be.
well, let's have some fun here because Kolskeg has no more rages left.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Kolskeg kind of following. Let's see, what would he do? WWKD. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move this way, I suppose, as you pointed into the darkness, and he's just gonna kind of stumble over to here, like
I think
feeling
you could
along the
reasonably,
wall.
yeah, with the feeling
Yeah.
of the wall, absolutely. You hear
And
something
then-
directly north of you, just chewing, but you can't quite see it.
Yep, he's gonna just follow the wall around, and I'll end my turn here, and I'll go ahead and take the dodge action as well.
Okay, very good.
I forgot
And,
that was a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good to do.
All right. You hear a roar quite close by Kolskeg as this Yeti here whips its head away from the south and towards the west. It actually is going to try to back up, and as it turns around, it sees you, and it is going to try to attack you.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah,
No.
this isn't gonna end bad.
Okay. It does have disadvantage because you are dodging.
Yes.
I'm sorry in advance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
24 does hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
I rolled a 24 and a nat 20.
Jesus.
Okay, so you only hold on.
I
You
take
only take
7?
7 damage here.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm down.
Okay. It roars, it wheels around, looks at you, just crumples you as it slashes down, and then it continues. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You see, Bam, the Yeti comes from the way that Kolskeg had gone, comes back, and it takes a defensive position in front of the baby Yeti. It stops here, and it roars out at you. Meanwhile,
Yay.
down here, we see the Yeti begin to charge forward in the direction of those that have fled. It seems no longer interested in the goat, which just kind of stands there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. It moves onto the ice right in front of you, Clay. And you see it lift up its claws. It has... it has a chilling gaze. It will first use its chilling gaze. So I will need from Lyrinus, Clay, and Paralu a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
I will use one of my blessings to have advantage on this.
Okay. Paralu rolls an 18, so she is good.
I will also use a blessing.
Okay. That is a nat 20 from Clay. You managed to stand strong. Lyrinus rolls a 9 and a... Go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, forgot how to...
17. You both stand strong, okay? You are immune to the chilling gaze of all Yetis. All right. As it turns its eyes onto you, you see these piercing blue eyes that peer at you through the darkness, burning with a blue fire within. And you manage to shake it off. This sort of creeping cold comes up the back of your neck, but it has no hold over you. And then it will make 2 claw attacks. Does a 13 hit you, Clay?
No.
And then a 22.
Yes.
Okay. You take 10 slashing damage and 1 cold damage. You dodge out of the first claw attack, but the second one comes just as quickly, slamming you right up against the wall there.
There is a massive rend along Clay's chest, but he is still standing.
Okay. That will be it for their turn. Learnus, it is now your turn.
Is Clay still on a part of the ice that, like, is Clay still clearly on ice, or has Clay now gotten to the more solid ground?
Clay is on ice, but they have been smashed up against the wall. So they could potentially have a hold if you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Let's see.
Good at acrobatics. Let's do it.
So I did clearly say, DM, that I threw down my shield, my sword. I did not, however, say I picked them up before I moved.
Okay.
So I'm going to go along with that. Learnus does not have a weapon right.
Okay.
Instead, they are going to cast an Eldritch Bolt not at the Yeti, but at the ice beneath the Yeti.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes. Let me pull that up real quick. All right, go ahead and roll me an attack roll. Okay. You do 10 damage to the ice here. You hear a sickening crack underneath the Yeti, but it is still up.
Okay. Let's see here. That was, that does count as an action. Okay. Here, let's go. All right, just as an insurance policy, Learnus is going to use their Hexblade's curse on this Yeti. Still, they just cast the Eldritch Bolt, Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Could you tell me what that does?
Yes. So, so Learnus, somewhat similar to how they hexed the other Yeti, has this energy sort of emanate from them, but instead of from their hands, there's this seeming just piercing, but again, somehow dark energy that kind of just illuminates from their eyes as if two, radiant but dark beacons, like from a lighthouse, were just going off, and they stare at the Yeti and just sort of, have that happen, like kind of like a solar, like a solar flare, but it's definitely not bright, and more so just this ominous, dark, and foreboding energy.
Okay, excellent. What stat did you want to hex?
Oh no, this is the Hexblade's curse.
Oh, okay.
I am I'm leaving my concentration hex on the other Yeti. This is
Gotcha.
something else.
Okay. Next is...
And-
Sorry, go ahead.
And I was just going to say that's my...
Okay. Clay, it is your turn. You just
Alright.
had your world spinning.
So Clay pauses for a second and takes a deep breath. And I'm going to use second wind.
Okay. You can use your bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Wow. Maximum hit
yes.
points. Okay. You healed 12.
It looked, while there were deep rends in the armor, on a closer look, there's no actual blood. It seems like at the last second, Clay was able to block most of the hit with their shield.
Amazing. You're back to full.
And then, with a torch in one hand and the hand axe in the other, they're going to slam the hand axe down on the ice.
Hell yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
I'm going to use a nat 20 on this.
Okay. Do you want to double the dice or do you want to roll twice?
I will double the dice.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage. Okay, so that's gonna be 12 damage. As you bring the hand axe down, we hear another sickening crack, and you hear a rumble with the ice. It looks like it couldn't take another hit like that, but it is still up.
Alright. That was my bonus action. That was my regular action. That's it for me.
Okay. Bam. You have some decisions to make here.
Uh-huh. I think, because I'm going to guess that I haven't heard, or I'm too far away to help them in any way. And I would just be me and the Yeti.
It's inconclusive. You don't see Kolskeg, but the Yeti just came from the direction that Kolskeg went.
Okay.
And where
from
the
that-
Yeti is right now, it kind of blocks you off from going there. You could, but you might potentially get an attack of opportunity on you, or you might have to do something like a dodge.
I imagine, I guess I was talking about the group below me, but
Oh, okay.
I imagined with Kolskeg, I heard Kolskeg run down, kind of like, and I don't want to, I guess, fully go with it, but like, I imagine I imagine Bam just heard him kind of walk away, heard a poof, and then here comes the
Soft bath.
well, yes, a soft bath. So yeah,
That Yeti is heavily injured.
Yes.
is
you
it?
see it bleeding profusely.
Did a little bit of a number on it.
Volskeg did get one good hit off.
Yes.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just undecided what I want. No, because the kid would be in the. Okay, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, so
It's not a kid.
oh, baby,
Yeti.
sorry, baby Yeti. Sorry, I'm talking about the Yeti behind it. I'm just gonna do magic missile on it.
Okay. Right, magic missile, you get to do it 3 times, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
5, 2, and 4. Okay, that is going to be 11 damage. What do your magic missiles look like as they go soaring through the air and smash, smash, smash?
As with everything else, it's purple. But it's kind of got like a. I would imagine, because again, Bam has this fascination with like thunder, lightning. I would imagine that he kind of fashions them in like lightning bolts, maybe with like little like arrow tips on them, and so they kind of shoot in the air, and he kind of like has them go in the air, and he kind of moves his hands like this, and they sort of just kind of wrap around the Yeti and kind of hits him in like 2 or 3 places, maybe like one in the chest, like maybe one in like the neck, and like maybe like one in kind of like the side, like the leg.
You see as each one hits, there's a boosh, boosh, boosh. It heavily sways with every collision, and then it drops to one knee, and then it falls to the ground.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess then I still have my movement.
Yep.
Can I move to where Kolskeg is?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, 30 would take you right next to Kolskeg.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna run right over to Kolskeg.
And then trip over him.
Okay.
No.
Next
Not
is
like this.
Perilu Fishfinger. She sees what you are trying to do here, and she immediately raises her hands, deciding to help you. She is going to pull out her club. She's going to try to shove you, Lyrinus, over here, if you're okay with that. Try to move
Yes.
you out of the way. Okay. She grabs you and shoves you. And with that, she brings down her club. And just 2 bludgeoning damage. You see this club is basically little
Bonk,
more than a
bonk,
thick
bonk.
stick. She's like, ha! And you hear a think.
Just contributing.
Was 2 enough?
Helping. No, 2 was not enough, unfortunately.
Just like the pebble that breaks the camel's back.
I wish. You see, like, there's this, like, heroic cinematic shot, and she just definitely whiffs it. Oh, yeah. By now, the goat's gone. But Kolskeg, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna stand back up with another natural 20.
Okay.
And well, actually, if I follow this wall,
You should have clear sight of Clay. He's still holding the torch.
Oh, yeah. Like, from where you are, you can see Clay because of the torch.
oh, okay, cool. So I'll move here. Hold on one second.
I need everyone to hold your breaths until James comes back. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Y'all, this is
Sorry, my dog was barking at the door.
Oh, you're
Uh,
fine.
There's no one there. She's just old. Okay.
Aw.
So 15. We'll move another 15 this way.
And
And
he just walks off the ice to go hit you because they're attracted to slapping Kolskeg.
yeah, for real. And
Uh.
I think that'll end my. Actually, is it a bad idea? Yeah, it is a bad idea. Is it an idea that Kolskeg would have? Probably. We'll move here and take the dodge action, actually. And I will end my turn there.
All right. It is the Yeti's turn. It
Yay.
will, let's see, 1d2. Oh, nope, 1d2. Okay. You see the Yeti raise up its claw. It rolls a 12. Unfortunately, that does hit. You see it slash down on Perilu Fishfinger, and she is bleeding out. And with its second claw attack, it tries to hit you, Clay, for a 9.
9 does not hit.
Okay, that will be the end of its turn. Lyrinus, it is now your turn.
All right. Especially after seeing the Yeti attack Perilu. Lyrinus is incensed even more so than before, stares at it. You have no honor, you foul beast. And because the other Yeti with a hex on it died, I will now be placing the hex. I'm using a bonus action now to now curse this Yeti.
Okay.
Which I believe is that like an extra bonus action, or is that my bonus action for the turn?
You only get one bonus action unless you're using Action Surge as a fighter.
I just wanted to be clear on that. All right, cool. So I'm going to now curse, or hex rather, this Yeti, which still also has the Hexblade's curse on it. So it has the effect of the hex and the Hexblade's curse on it.
Yep.
And I am going to now try to Eldritch Blast the ice again.
Okay. With the Hexblade's curse, you get the following benefits. You get to do damage bonus equal to your proficiency bonus, and if you roll a 19 or 20 when you attack roll it, it counts as a crit.
Okay.
Oh, so
Yes.
nice.
Yeah,
You get critical threat on that.
Yes. So I am going to, with all the rage I can muster, cast another Eldritch Bolt at the ice.
At the ice? Okay.
Another Eldritch Blast at the ice.
Okay. Oh, so close. Okay.
I knew it.
You
I knew it.
blast for 6 force damage. You hear another sickening crack. So close. You can see these cracks begin to spider along the surface of the ice like little lightning bolts underneath the feet of the Yeti. It definitely couldn't take another hit like that.
Well, thankfully, it's not the Yeti's turn next. Take it away, Clay.
Clay.
All right. So it is clear that this ice is about to shatter.
Yes, it is so close. Like 4 hit points close.
That's not guaranteed for me. Because I don't have the weapon I'm good with.
Oh.
So. God, it's gonna look so lame if I try to say a one-liner and do like 2 damage.
You can roll and then do your one-liner if you want.
Clay is going to toss the torch over in front of Lyrinus, and then grab the hand axe with both hands and swing down at the ice.
Okay.
I'm just using the 20 again. I'm using my last 20.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to attack, and then do you want to double your damage, or do you want to...
Can I see the damage first?
No.
I'm gonna roll twice.
Okay. So go ahead and click it twice. All right.
9
So that's going to be 9 damage. Tell me what this looks like.
So with a mighty roar that seems way too loud to come from such a small creature, Clay just shouts out, "Looks like this is your stop!"
Excellent. As you bring down this mighty blow, the ice gives way, and you see the Yeti beginning to fall. It must make a dexterity saving throw. It fails. It falls. It takes 29 bludgeoning damage as it hits the bottom of the chasm. You hear this enormous thud that resonates throughout the entire chamber. All of you can hear it, and the sound of the Yeti screaming as it careens down and slams into the ground. You hear the sound of bones cracking underneath it, catching its fall. The Yeti is still moving around down there, but it is essentially out of the fight. There's no way that's going to be able to come back up.
So, do I need to make a dex save?
Oh, yeah. But you're going to get a different dexterity save here because you have the wall to grab onto. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. Okay, with a 15
enough.
Yes, you manage to grab the wall and you are clinging for your life as the ice breaks underneath you. That effectively will end combat.
Whew. Work, everyone.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As Learnus will now have noticed, the Yeti is down in the chasm. In the state they're in, with what they've been through, after being so distraught that their companions would be lost. They go over to the chasm, lift their hand, and say, "You'll do no more harm," and cast another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Just taking pot shots at this trapped Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It takes the Eldritch Blast. Oh wait, it also does additional 2 damage.
Does a 10 hit?
Actually, roll again, please. It is on its back, so it's technically prone. Okay, a 10 will not hit, actually. It looks up at you with hate in its blue eyes, and it tries to climb the walls, but is having a hard time. You see next to you, Paralu Fishfinger is on the ground, not moving.
Clay is going to try to shimmy along the wall and get next to Fishfinger and then try to stabilize them.
Okay, roll me a medicine check.
Double sevens.
Okay, unfortunately that does not work. You see that the wounds go deep.
Kolskeg would also kind of yell across when Lernus tries to, shoot down there. Maybe we don't leave this baby Yeti an orphan? I mean, after all, they were only hunting. We came into their home.
Up, become like these.
They're only doing what's natural to them. They're hunting. I mean, we came into their home.
Lyrinus, I need help. They're bleeding out.
Learnus will, not at all great in medicine, also try to stabilize the downed halfling.
Okay, roll me a medicine check. 5. You also look down, try to help. The bleeding is too much. You see Paralu is beginning to spit up blood.
Yeah, I can't help either there.
This is
From
four.
across the way.
Yeah.
Kolskeg looks, is like, yep, they're fucked.
Just throws a bandage into the chasm.
Aw.
No, not the Yeti.
Oh.
We'll use it.
The Yeti gets it and heals full.
Right.
No!
I'm going to use my last blessing to try and stabilize them.
Okay. All right, with a 12, you are able to stabilize them. They are unconscious at 1 hit point. Tell me what this looks like as you medicine them up.
Clearly, Lyrinus isn't in the best mental state right now, so Clay mostly directs them to put pressure on the wounds while they try desperately to bandage up the biggest spots and just stop the bleeding as much as they can.
Okay, yeah, and you managed to do so. There is an eerie quiet here as you kind of hover around Paralu. You can see Kolskeg and Bam also bleeding terribly, but still up on their feet on the other side of this much larger chasm now. You can hear the Yeti at the bottom trying to scramble up. They manage to get about 5-10 feet up, and then they fall and slide back down. Perhaps it's only a matter of time before they're able to escape. Or perhaps this is where they will be for the rest of however long they are alive. What do you do?
Learnus is going to try to shoot another.
Don't! No! Stop! That's not... No!
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll if that's what you want to commit to.
I am committing.
You don't have to be this way. You don't have to do this. You're a good person, remember?
The Eldritch Blast slams into their shoulder, and you hear another deafening roar. It connects, but they are still up.
Clay is going to tug on Learnus' sleeve. Come on, I need you to help me carry them.
Lyranus will now assist Clay in carrying Parallel.
Okay. So effectively, we'll say that you have to climb back over the cliff
Mm-hmm.
in order to get back, because it is a bit of a precarious jump over the chasm. As the three of you move up, you pass by the fallen Yeti here, and you can see that the Yeti tyke is hiding behind the corpse of the adult. But you were able to pass by without a hitch whatsoever to rejoin your companions. As you, Clay, having the torch, you make your way down this passage here to the right. You're able to see that there are bones strewn about. You can see that the head of a person has been ripped from their shoulders, and it has been stuffed in a niche dug out of the wall. You can see that there are bits of torn armor, a gray axe, and the skulls and bones of 3 mountain goats. You see that there are several frozen heads of humanoids decapitated by the Yetis.
Ugh. Well, I'm sure glad that ain't us.
Lyranus will have, when they walk past their sword and shield, have collected them, sheathed sword and shield on their back, cross again, and is being very distant.
Hey now, that wasn't so bad for our first adventure. We beat 2 Yetis. Not many people can say that. Come on, let's get out of here, let's get patched up, and let's see if we can find the others.
Yeah. Oh,
The
I
other one's
agree.
Still alive.
Linus, it doesn't look like it's got a way up. It might just die in pain down there.
At that, you see Kolskeg like slowly kind of pulling his rope out and tying it to like a rock, even though he's injured, and kind of tossing the rope down. Maybe the Yeti is smart enough to use it when they leave. Maybe not, but they're doing what they feel like is the right thing. Hunters, it's not a hunter's fault that they, hunt. It's not the people who got eaten by the Yetis were in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all. They're just doing what comes natural to feed their children, like we would do to feed ours.
You slay innocents to feed your own.
Oh, well.
Well, I mean, I agree. I didn't see the other Yeti. I don't think I did anyway. So, it could have been coming back from a hunt or something, as well to feed, because there is a child still here. So,
A child will only mature to be as aggressive, evil as its parent.
There's nothing evil about being a hunter. There's nothing evil about having to hunt.
As I said, you You would slay innocents to feed your own?
If I was a mindless creature, sure.
I mean, I worked on a farm. We ate animals all the time. You know, we don't really get to say whether or not something does or doesn't need to die.
I understand why you're upset. You know, it hurt your friends. But I was the one that got hurt, you know? I don't think we should kill this. It doesn't feel right.
I think
Amy wouldn't want us to kill him.
I think overall you did. I think you did the right thing, Kolskeg. So let's leave and let it. I guess let it sort things out. We've got to find in our disheveled shape. We have to still find the 2 other people that we were looking for. The whole reason we came in this cave.
Yes, you were told by Garrett that there were a couple of people left here on the mountainside. Doesn't know what happened to them. You can look at the bones as you pass by the passage here, and it's pretty clear that one of them was a Goliath, the head of the decapitated person matching the description given to you of Mokingo Growling Bear. And there's one more, a tiefling, that you have not seen any evidence of yet. As the group of you begin to approach the beginning of the cave, you do see that there's a path that leads further up.
Clay was gonna go check that out.
I will follow Clay. Like we all will. Yay.
Clay looks at Bam, who looks like they're barely standing. Maybe you should just let me handle this one.
All right.
I'll be fine. Learnus, make sure that they don't get attacked by a goat.
In their normal state, Learnus would have laughed and responded at Clay, but all you receive is
You're kind of, very sad. Everything all right? Does this have to? And Kolskeg kind of leans in to talk. He kind of leans in and goes, is this having to do with, the glowy thing?
Sorry, we couldn't catch your mic.
The green glowy thing? Is that what this has to do with? Is that why you're sad?
they stay silent.
Gotcha. Understood.
Hmm.
Who is carrying Perilou?
I suppose Bam could be.
Okay.
I believe I was.
Okay.
'Cause Clay had
Oh.
asked me to.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you're holding this unconscious halfling person. As you are continuing up, you do have a moment of respite here if you like. You are pretty confident that the Yetis are not going to follow you out of their den. And you are met with the cold of the new day. What would you like to do?
Well, I know, Learnus, that you're better at these mountains than I am, but looks around. I might take a bit of an educated guess here and say that maybe we could stop for a minute and rest a bit. And you can see that like Bam is kind of like a little wobbly. I think I could need some sitting down.
Clay went to go check out the other path in the cave.
Okay. It does lead outside. It's not actually in the cave.
Okay, then he would head back to the others.
The path leads further up the mountain, exposed to the elements.
What did
I
you?
think that maybe we should take a bit of a break, hang out with some dogs.
No, I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't mind that at all.
you are several hours up the mountain right now. If you want to head all the way back down, you could. You do see that there is a path that continues forward towards the summit of Kelvin's Cairn.
Clay was suggesting just a short rest.
Okay, gotcha. If anyone would like to short rest, you can roll your hit die to restore some hit points.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that.
Good for you.
Okay.
We'll do both.
Oh, that's great.
Prelude
For the
seems
for the
better.
chat, I rolled a 1 on my hit dice.
Well,
Hell
you
yeah.
are level 2, so you can do it again.
I do one more time. Yeah. 4. All right, I'll take it.
I
Ooh.
rolled a 9 and a 14 on my hit dice.
That's
Jeez.
amazing.
Gee.
So I'm effectively almost back to full HP.
Very nice. As you
Um,
take this moment of respite, you see that Perilu gains consciousness and she is trying to pull in her cold weather clothing about herself, and she says, "Thank you so much for what you did back there. You didn't need to. Could have left me behind."
Well, that ain't really what heroes and adventurers do, now is it?
You see her eyes welling with potential tears as she looks at you. She reaches in between the folds of her clothing and she pulls out what looks like a pendant of some sort. It's clearly a sigil of a god. And it looks like a green shield with a cornucopia on it.
Is she holding it out to us or like examining it?
She's clutching it.
What's that for?
Oh, she looks down at it, blinking a few times, not seeming to have realized she's reached for it subconsciously. This is the mark of my god, Yondala, god of fertility and protection. Clearly, I am blessed that you have made your way here.
Yeah, well, your god must have helped you get protected. I mean, that's good.
She smiles at you.
Volskid kind of grins back a little bit.
Are you feeling a little better? And you think you can make it down?
I could, yes. I presume that you were looking for me.
You and there were some other people that we were supposed to help too, but we didn't see them.
Clay scratches the back of his pot and says, "Well, that's not completely true."
You see her bite her lip and she looks up. She's trying to fight back tears. They got me and Mokingo, but I didn't see Asterix.
Hmm? Do you think maybe we could keep going up? Maybe they're up there.
Perhaps if you didn't see them on your way up this far, then I could only assume there's only one way to go.
Tell you what, I'll go up there and look. you guys can, if you want to stay comfortable, you can stay here. I'll go check it out. It's not a big deal.
I don't think we should really be splitting up anymore.
I don't think that's a good idea either. No.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It'll be all right. I'll go check it out, and if there's a problem,
Clay
I'll-
just grabs Kolskake's like wrist. Look, you're strong and all, but you almost died a couple of times back there. Maybe we work as a team.
Olskeg kind of smiles at you a little bit, but and then he goes,
Yeah, but if we wait, that person up there is could get more hurt, and maybe they do need our help.
And what if you get hurt, huh? What if we have to save both of you?
I don't think there's going to be much else up there right now. Maybe. I mean, we did fight 2 Yeti. I don't think there's going to be a third.
We already fought cats. We didn't expect to fight Yetis. You know, there's probably something else.
We only thought there was one Yeti. There were 2.
Maybe. But if we don't do something and we leave someone up there, it's not very heroic of us, you know? And we got to be heroes. I'll be okay. I apparently lived through worse. And he kind of pokes the wound in his chest.
I don't like the idea of you going by yourself.
Clay looks over at their little halfling companion.
Perilu stands up, clutching the symbol of her god. She says, I will join you.
Just stay by me, and I promise I'll keep you safe.
All right. I can do that.
Then
And,
dusting some snow off his pants, he hops up and gets ready.
Olskeg would kind of take point going up the rest of the way.
You don't have to go far to reach the summit. You come to the edge of a vast and deep crevasse with nowhere to go but down. A collapsed tent lies half buried in the snow near the precipice. Jutting out of a nearby snowbank is a pair of blue leather boots. Next to this grim display, a figure in cold weather clothing sits in the snow, her knees pulled tight to her chest, horns protrude out from her hood. There's actually art of this.
Ooh.
and do we know how long she's been here for?
It's pretty clear that she's been here a while. She has frozen to death.
I'm sorry.
Can I do a check to see if we can tell, like, how long ago, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do a medicine check.
We're great. Oh wow,
Wow,
we
that's
are
not
great.
Wow.
Clay is deceptively good at medicine.
You look over and you can tell that it's been more than a day. Even if you pushed yourselves, you wouldn't have been here in time. There was no way that you could have. Unfortunate as it is, it's pretty clear that she must have found this person with the boots and sat down. Her features are frozen in a display of despair. It seems that she has lost hope in this moment.
Clay lets out a bit of a slow sigh at that. And then looks back to the others. There wasn't anything we could have done. She was gone before we even stepped on the mountain.
I'm sorry.
Unsurprising products. This desolate.
We should head back down, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
There might not be much left for us to discover.
You want to like maybe ride on my shoulders or something?
You say this to Perilu?
Yeah.
You see her blush profusely. Her face just goes completely red. I'll let you know if I get too tired, but for the moment, I'm okay. Yandala guides me.
Hey, okay, if that's what you want, that's okay.
Kolskeg would kind of put his axe back on his back and just kind of begin to march down.
Okay. Perilu follows.
Clay hops after them.
Lyranus follows very much in the rear.
Okay.
Bam also follows with you, Lernus.
Can I get a survival check from Kolskeg?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's great at surviving.
Huh. No, I'm not apparently. That's a natural
Oh
one.
wow!
Oh no.
I love setting things up like that.
Oh
You
no.
do them so well, V. What the heck?
Okay.
Your first mistake was trusting Kolskeg.
What you discover here is that from the time that you spent in the cave, from the avalanche earlier, it's extremely difficult to find the path back down the cairn. It has mostly been washed away by the snow. It's not so much that anything terrible happens, it's just that it takes a really long time. And it's starting to get dark. You can feel the cold creeping into your bones between the folds of your cold weather clothing, and it is making your teeth rattle. You are extremely uncomfortable, and I will say that everyone has a level of exhaustion here as you are trying to carefully pick your way down to the mountain. And by the time that you reach the base camp where the dogs are, where the others are waiting for you, they do have a fire going. And the dogs are extremely happy to see you. You have made your way safely down the mountain. I think this is a good time for us to take a break.
Yay!
So we will be back in about 5 minutes. Please join us in grabbing a snack, doing a little stretch, and we'll be back here soon. Be right back, everybody. The group of you meet at the base camp. You are rejoined with all of your animal companions. You rejoin Garrett, the 6 dogs. You have Blueberry and also Marble. You are able to take the effects of a long rest here if you like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, so you get to restore your hit points, you get to restore your spell slots, all the good stuff. We'll presume that there's enough of you to have shifts in the night watch. And you find tonight is rather clear. You don't have to worry about any storms, but it is very cold. You find yourselves having to huddle very closely. There are, fortunately, a number of tents that have been set up here that have been repaired with both Emmeline and Aeolus down here with Garrett. And is there anything special anybody wants to do here to pass the night? Any rituals? Any conversations you want to have?
Is our friendly neighborhood well, I guess right now not so friendly neighborhood, but our friend here, Lyranus, are they still spooky?
Are they
They
still
are
in death metal mode?
They are
Yeah.
100% in full death metal mode. Yes, they have not reverted back to their prime form, if you will, and they are making no rush to take the preparations that I believe only Kolskeg and Clay would have witnessed before, the sort of protection circle. They have seemingly no intention of doing that, and they're just sitting at the fire, being pensive as fuck, and not really engaging with anyone.
Well, are you gonna do your stuff before you go to sleep?
That won't be required.
Hmm.
The curse broke through. It's not something I need to do.
I mean, but you were doing it to like keep it in, right? So if you were doing it to keep it in, then can't you just like put it back?
No.
Unfortunately not. I was told. I don't remember by who. That if it broke out again, there's virtually no way to reverse it. I'm stuck like this, as far as I'm aware, and I'm remembering things. I'm remembering that this happened before and that I brought harm to a family that took me in, and that's why I've been so adamant, so dedicated to making sure this doesn't happen, and despite it being in a desperation, I can't help but feel like I've failed. I've become an abomination.
No, I don't think you're an abomination. I mean,
No.
Just look at me.
I am. I mean, look at me. I got a big old hole in my chest.
You don't have dark viscous fluid seeping from every hole in your body.
As soon as Lyrinus says that, Clay is gonna cough up black blood.
That doesn't seem healthy.
No.
And they just stare at their hand for a second, wipe it off, and I was, huh, that was weird.
Well, we seem to be connected in many ways.
I wouldn't.
I mean, look, like, I don't know, man. I just don't think that you're an abomination. Just because like you have some stuff going on and you don't really know what it is, doesn't mean that you're evil. Doesn't mean that you're bad.
No, I have no illusion about that.
And it doesn't mean that you're an abomination. Just means that you're
No,
different.
I was experimented on. This is a result of an experiment gone wrong. All I remember is that I was born without any hint of magic. I could not see in the dark. I had no affinity for it at all. And somehow, someway, I for whatever reason, agreed to be tested on, and this was what happened. And I don't have any memory of it other than that. I just feel so wrong. And Lyrinus will... I don't have the energy to act it out right now, but
essentially break down, sobbing. The sort of leftover fluid running down their face from their eyes will now sort of be renewed, them kind of breaking down. But the same glyphs that had been shining on their armor will now shine again, and it's clear to see that these are clearly, if anyone is familiar with Fae at all, knows Sylvan at all, it'll
I
be
speak
clear
Sylvan.
now. Yeah, it'll be clear now that these are Sylvan glyphs. And when they shine, now sort of down the sides of their face and on both arms, you'll see things, various glyphs in Sylvan that read power, prominence, restoration, things of that nature, as very much pointing to the fact that an experiment was done on Learnus to sort of try to restore something that the person doing so thought that they lacked. And when it seemed like at their most emotional, if anyone is trying to console them right now, they are inconsolable. These glyphs. Yes, sorry.
No, it's fine. Keep going.
These glyphs start to glow a bright emerald color, and a sort of spectral green energy starts to form. It, out of nowhere seemingly, and it begins to approach Learnus. And
when you see this form manifesting, Learnus, at first it's kind of hard to see most of what it looks like. It's kind of distorted, almost as if phasing in and out, almost as if not tethered to this plane. Can I get perception checks from anybody who's looking, including Learnus? Okay, that's an 18 from Clay, 9 from Learnus,
12.
12 from Kolskeg, and a 19 from Bam. I think, Learnus, it's pretty clear that whatever this is, it is focusing on you, and it's kind of like that effect of, like, when you see something in your peripheral vision, you're aware that it's there, but when you look at it, perhaps it vanishes. It's kind of like that. When you're trying to focus so intently on whatever this creature is, this being is, it's almost like staring into a black hole for a moment. Everyone else, you can see what looks to be a creature on 4 legs. It seems to be somewhat small in size and shape. It has this sort of green ethereal energy. And as it's coming closer to you, Learnus, it slowly comes into focus. Can you describe to me what it looks like?
yes. This little cute, very, very, very cute thing. Learnus is not able to make it out yet, but for the sake of the party and the audience, this is a Cleric, a very benevolent creature in the Feywild that tends to be drawn to good people. It's one of the few creatures in the Feywilds that is actually benevolent and seeks to help travelers that are lost, trying to find whatever it is they might be looking for, whether they're trying to go deeper into the wild or trying to find a way out. And they are kind of like these little deer dogs that have like leafy fur and these cute horns. And yeah, Learnus is unfortunately now, I'm gonna roleplay into the perception check I got, trying to make it out, trying to figure out what this is. And for all intents and purposes, right now they can't. And for all they know, this is yet another unfortunate thing coming to harm them even further in their weak time. And they say, has it not been enough? Leave me in peace.
What sort of disposition do we see this creature having? Does it seem to be threatening? Does it seem to be curious? Is it paying any attention to the others? Is it only looking at you?
They would be very much focused on me, but also curious of their surroundings. So they would probably be the other characters who are able to make them out would see them sort of looking around, kind of surveying the situation, very, very curious, very much trying to investigate their surroundings. But as they're doing that, they would absolutely be sort of focused on Lyranus and slowly making their way towards them.
As the group of you see this small deer-like creature, it almost seems to float over the snow. You don't see any prints being left in the snow as it's approaching. How do y'all respond? What do? What do you think?
I think this whole time, Bam has been kind of curious on the whole thing when it comes to how, because he's never seen Lyranus like this before. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to speak for you, Matt, but I'm pretty sure Clay may have been the only one who's actually probably seen any sort of version of this.
If
Okay?
anyone has seen this, only Clay would have possibly seen this. Yes.
So I think that he is just kind of in awe of this whole thing. I think originally I was gonna ask either for DM permission or Matt permission, whoever to go to for an Arcana check on the whole thing, and then the deer pops in, and
You can absolutely roll an Arcana check if you want.
now he wants to even more. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can I use advantage?
Yeah, go
Since
ahead
I
and
have an
re-roll
advantage?
then. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so you get a
that's
13.
not that far off.
With a 13 Arcana, it's really clear that whatever this is, it's not from this plane. It definitely has the sort of energy that it's a fey creature, and it seems to have some kind of substantial relationship with Lyranus, something that is magical in nature. You can almost, if you squint your eyes enough, you can almost see some kind of tether of energy between the two of them. But beyond that, you don't really know. You've never seen this particular thing before.
Well, this is beyond my magic skills, knowledge. And I guess Bam will he just wants to. He is not sure on the friendly, not friendly nature of this thing yet. He's on standby, but if it tries to and do anything to Lyranus where he thinks it's going to hurt or harm, he's going to try and take some action. But other than that, he's just observing.
Clay has mostly just been sitting on a rock with his paws on his knees, watching the whole thing for a while. But at the sight of this deer, he finally speaks up after a minute of it getting closer and stabilizing. And he's gonna look over at Lyranus and ask, Do you recall ever making a pact with some?
No. I can't remember. There's not much I can remember anymore. Other than, like I said, since I've turned into this, I remember that I was experimented on. But nothing of a pact, no.
My pa used to tell me stories about different kinds of magic and people he'd meet. And what I saw back in that cave looks a bit like what a warlock would do.
I didn't even put much thought into it. That was the curse, not me. The drive to And that Yeti, even though it was no longer a threat, was the curse. Not me. I regret having done that.
He frowns a bit at that. Well, maybe you could try talking to it?
I don't know what good that will do, but I will try.
And off of an instinct, based on the fact that Clay seems to sort of somehow be perceiving this thing better than Liarnus is, they will, taking a sort of shot in the dark, in Sylvan, ask this creature,
Who are you? What do you want from me?
When you lock eyes with the creature, you finally see it in its full form, the finer details of its fur, the leaves, the intricate designs on any exposed skin it has, the curling embellishments that coil up its various antlers. Doesn't say anything. When you lock eyes, it slowly closes those large saucer-like eyes, almost the way that cats do. And then, with a whoosh, it's gone, blown away by the snowy wind.
upon having seen it, Liarnus begins to remember things. They're not sure why. They don't remember it very well, but whether it was this creature or another like it, they know it had something to do with back then. Something to do with when they were cursed. And though they don't remember the details, they know it was something good, something along the lines of friendship. And the glyphs begin to glow green again, much brighter than before. They are seemingly in pain and anguish, just like they were before, but this time instead of simply more dark fluid coming out of their eyes, they begin to revert. Their muscles, which had, kind of bursted out in a sort of Jekyll Hyde way, regress. Their eyes begin to clear. The fangs and nails that had appeared begin to return. Their skin color fades back into this, still light but not pale complexion. Seemingly everything returns back to normal, save for their hair, which before was auburn, but it's still now a very dark jet black. And the other difference that you can recognize is that their eyes, which were a very, very, very noticeable emerald green before, now seem to have this radiance to them, that they're brighter than they were before. Kind of come to themselves again and take a deep gasp and what on earth?
Oh.
Sort of feeling themselves, kind of looking, making sure everything seems to be back in its proper pace, looking at their hair and... Oh. Quite liked the way I looked before, but... if that's what I have to sacrifice for returning to myself, so be it. I know that creature. I can't put a name to it, but we have history. Like you said, Clay, I believe, though I can't recall, we have a pact. I apologize for anything I might have done. That
You
wasn't
see
me being
Kolskeg
myself.
raising their hand.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this. I'm really sorry, but deer don't form packs. They live in herds.
Now back to themselves. Learnus will have their usual sort of grin and dry laugh and
Volskig looks confused as to why you're laughing. It's just like,
I don't understand. I mean,
magical pact with a T, my friend. Not one that
Yeah.
animals roam in.
Yes. Not the way that you're thinking with actual animals. This is more of a magical thing.
oh, I'm not good at any magic stuff.
and he just kind of sits back down.
Are you okay? Are you feeling better?
Yes. As far as I know, I'm mentally exhausted from the occurrence, but I definitely...
I would be too.
The curse is still there, but I definitely feel as if I don't need to concentrate on keeping it back when I'm awake now.
Do you know what kind of curse it is? Were you ever privy to it?
As far as I know, from what Clay has said, I'm supposing is something Fey-related. But again, I don't really recall or remember much. Just that I was experimented on, and I seem to have some sort of guardian watching over me. Not that they made any indication of their intent, but I can tell they mean me no harm.
Okay, well, if it's a good guardian, that's fine. But you see Bam kind of thinking, maybe. I think I might have a book or two on the Fae, but I don't know if I still have it with me. But if I can do anything to help, since I know a little. I went and studied magic. If I can do anything to help with this curse, I'm gonna try.
Thank you. I can still feel it there. I don't think I'll need to draw a circle tonight. Perhaps in subsequent nights, but at the very least, I don't feel the presence as strong. The reason that happened is because I lost focus of sort of warding the curse back. It was something that I was told I had to do. Feels as if I don't need to do that anymore.
I think we're pretty safe, but
Yes.
as someone who has tried to learn and hold on to his magic the best he can, sometimes you feel like you're in a fight or flight situation. It's either that or death.
Yes.
And we lived. So whether you like to let this out or not, we lived from it.
Yes.
I appreciate it, and I will do anything I can to make sure that even if you have to let this out again and we go through this process again, I want to at least, hopefully one day, rid you of this curse.
Thank you. At the very least, like I said, seems to be weaker, but...
Yeah.
I'm curious about something. And Learnus will remember how it felt to summon the Eldritch Blast. They'll sort of look for an area that's clear, has, no people or puppies running around in it, and sort of extend their hand forward and just remember what it felt like. And you'll see now, instead of that dark orb, their Eldritch Blast, when they fire it, will take on the form of a somewhat smaller but very much identical spectral Korich. Well, it seems I still have my magic
That's good.
for whatever reason.
For the past few minutes, Clay has increasingly become more fidgety and nervous on top of the rock.
You okay, Clay?
They scratched the back of their pot. There's really something I should tell y'all.
What's that?
We've shared a lot. You've kept something from me as well.
Clay does not make eye contact with you at that.
Oh.
Well, it seemed like you had it rightly in hand. I didn't think you would need my help, but, it seems like maybe you might need an outside opinion.
What?
And I think I might know who could help you once all this is over.
Someone from where you're from?
Yeah.
There's someone from your hometown that knows how to fix them. Fix them. You know someone that can fix them. This whole
If
time.
anyone could help, it'd definitely be them.
I mean, well, is it like an old medicine person or a doctor or like
Clay fidgets more.
Interesting.
Well, it's you see, it's my dad.
Oh,
You,
your
you,
dad seems like a smart guy.
you might have heard of him.
You've mentioned him in passing, but I've never really gone into detail.
He takes a very deep breath and holds it for a while, trying to build up courage like one would with stage fright. Well, you see, his name, it's Slate Drakesguard, and this adventurer is very famous, most notably for stopping a red dragon from burning down Waterdeep and earning the title of Drakesguard.
I was holding my breath. I thought you were gonna say some shit like, yeah, my dad's Mordenkainen, by the way. Like, I was like, where is V going with this?
I think I know what that name means.
Mordenkainen, whatever. I can't pronounce it.
Having lived here his entire life and also not remembering anything that went on before a couple days ago, Kolskeg is also just like
Raises their hand.
Who's that?
Clay just beams at you. Like all of the nervousness is just gone.
Given that Lyrnus has somewhat traveled around the northern part of the continent and has been around mercenaries, things like people like that, I'd like to roll a history check to see if Lyrnus recognizes that.
Everyone
Yeah, I was
can
gonna say,
roll
can I-
history checks, yeah.
Alrighty.
I have a -1 because Lyrnus is a himbo or thembo, not swimbo.
Limbo.
Wow.
That's a 16 from Learnus.
Hey,
16s for everyone?
Oh,
Nope.
and a 16 from Bam?
Mm-hmm.
And Cole
And I have a
just says
bonus
no.
on that.
I take a natural 1.
Yeah.
Natural
yeah,
one.
so I think Lyrinus and Bam, you recognize the name. It's obviously the way that, like, hero stories go. You heard about them. People say all kinds of things, but you don't know them personally. You never even got close to meeting them.
I've heard of. Why didn't you mention before that that was your father? He's a legend.
Well, you see, that's
Yeah.
kind of why people treat you different when they know you're the son of a legend.
True. That is true. Well, does he... I recall in passing, I don't know if it's true, so forgive me if not, but you... Harengon as a people have Fey connection, if I'm not wrong, and does your father happen to know certain things about the world of the Fey?
Clay pauses for a moment to think about that. Well, he was a bit cagey about it. You see, he was a warlock too. He had some big pact with some big Fey lord or something, but he never really told me about it.
Hmm.
I think he was pretty disappointed when I didn't have any kind of magic passed down to me.
At the mention of that, Lyrinus sort of has a bit of a memory flash of a female voice talking about them being born without the gift they should have been. But that this woman, whoever she was going to fix that. And knowing that whatever she tried to do, that's how they ended up. This is all internal, though. They don't really show any distress or indication that these thoughts are happening, and they say, oh, perhaps whatever that thing was, it didn't make its intentions known, but perhaps that is who my pact is with, and where my power now comes from. Perhaps it replaced whatever energy the curse was giving me. But where I'm assuming a bit of a ways away from where you live, I don't imagine we'll speak to your father anytime soon, but should we survive this place, I would very much like to meet him.
Clay hops off the rock and gives everyone a very serious and long bow and says, I'm sorry for not telling y'all earlier, but it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Clay Drakesguard,
Good to
and
meet
I'll
you again.
keep y'all safe.
I have no doubt.
It's all right. Your reason is quite understanding.
Especially given that if you said that name around, who knows?
Yes.
Someone might try to pull some sort of trickery. I really wouldn't want anything like that to happen.
No.
You all feel a wave of fatigue washing over you as the night creeps on. At some point, Perilu comes up to you, has made a stew, and shares a bit of it, ladling out a bowl for each one of you. And you are all afforded a good night of rest.
Yay.
Except for Bam.
What? Oh no! No, not
Trying
her!
to
No!
find the card.
Damn it,
Yes,
I knew it.
yes, yes.
Listen, I will get through this stack of cards one at a
Eventually.
time.
And then someone else will come in and give you 5 more cards on my behalf. and
Hey, this is a
do
perfect
again.
time to say that if you guys want to influence the story,
No. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
support Stella, but
Yes, please feed
We're-
me.
We're done with the
Stella.
encounter. So the thing about nat 20s, forget it. Just give more cards to zombie.
You
Yeah.
have drawn the balance card. Bam.
Ooh.
When you wake up in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
you have had a terrible night of sleep.
Yep.
Whether it's just physical discomfort, whether it's a bad dream, you get to choose here. Maybe it's from almost dying, literally within the last 12 hours.
There's something, I'll say this. What's unnerving about BAM is that, so, canonically, how long have we been from the state of reawakening until now? How many days has passed?
From reawakening?
Or from when we all kind of met together in that pub and we all introduced each other and went onto this mission? How many
Okay.
in the
It's
world? do you
been
think?
like a week, maybe 2
Been a week?
weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So I would say Bam in the past has had stuff happen to him where like he'll go through a cave or he'll go through an adventure, he'll hit his head on something, or he'll take a lot of damage and then kind of forget about kind of like have a bit of amnesia spell of like, you know, kind of what happened. And this would usually be about the time that he would be like kind of remember, oh, this is kind of what happened. I think not only has he started to realize that he doesn't exactly remember how he got here more and more, but that feeling that he got when he got knocked down by the Yeti was really familiar, like really recent. And he doesn't know why that's so recent. And I think it just kind of keeps him awake. You know, he kind of falls asleep a little bit, but then there's that like thought of like, you know, like you're trying to fall asleep and your brain goes, "Hey, do you remember this?" And that whole thing is kind of just, I think, going through his brain.
Okay. When you wake up, you have half hit points and half of your spell slots are used.
So, I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Because my actual spell slots I get are 3. So do I just go down to 1?
No, I'll just take away the 1. So you'll have
Okay,
to.
so 2. Okay.
Mhm.
It's an uneven number, so I didn't know.
It's fine. I don't want to
Alright.
like take away all the fun from you, but
It's fine. I would have been fine with it. I just wanted to know what your but I'm not going to
yeah,
say
you
no.
feel this sort of echo of something. You can't quite put your finger on it. You can't quite make out the finer details of why or how. But there's just something looming on the edge of your mind that you've been here before. You've done this before. Maybe not this exact literal place. Maybe not these exact literal creatures, but something very close. Thank you so much, Godfather Wraith.
No.
I love you. Oh my god, everyone gets a card draw, and I get to
Okay,
keep one
all right.
too.
All right, cool.
I
All right,
love
great.
you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, cool. Fantastique. I'll go last.
team.
Thank you.
Oh wait,
thank you.
so the DM also gets a card?
I get a card. Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay,
interesting.
V, tell me when to stop.
stop.
Okay.
I don't like that giggle.
Zombie.
Stop.
James.
Oh man. Stop.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Oh,
And
We'll hold on to it
Away.
until for a
Mhm.
while.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. I know exactly what to do with that one.
Uh-oh.
And Schroeder.
Stop.
Stella shuffles for the rest of the stream in the
Ooh.
background.
All right, and then I'm gonna draw one for
Yeet.
myself. Okay.
Oh great. Oh great.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Oh no.
More Yetis, yay.
Great. It is morning. Good morning, everyone. You wake to the smell
Hello.
of food. Perilu has graciously provided another round of food for all of you to wake up to. And you find that there is a bit of fog and mist in the air. It's not quite a clear day. It's quite cloudy and overcast, but it hasn't quite started snowing or raining yet. Bam, you feel like shit.
Garrett is here with us, right?
Yes, so we have Garrett, we have Perilu, we have Emmeline and Aeolus, but I want to limit the roleplay with the two of them because I don't want to roleplay them for them.
And Pinecone had wandered off to their own adventures, correct?
Yeah, Pinecone, the green moose, is not here, but you do have Blueberry, your Axebeak, and we also have Marbles.
Clay is gonna go hop up to Garrett.
Okay. Garrett looks a lot better. It seems that he's gotten some medical attention from Emmeline and Aeolus while you have been away. And he is setting up the sled so that any injured people can rest on it if they want to. And he has been setting up the dogs. He is actively working as you approach him.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm sorry we couldn't save more of your friends.
Well, they weren't exactly my friends. I don't even remember the accent for this character, but this is what it is now.
Look, as soon as you hear a southern accent, it just tries to take over.
It does. It does. No, they were my clients. I didn't know them personally, but it does mean a great deal to me that you went out of your way to go find them. It's, He looks over towards the direction where Perilu is beginning to put the foodstuffs away. It's her loss. They were her friends.
Clay nods a bit at that, looking back and following his gaze. Well, there doesn't seem to be much of a reason to climb the mountain anymore. What do y'all think we should do next?
We should get these people back.
Yes.
Perhaps make our way back to Targos. I know someone who's probably holding their breath waiting for me to get back there.
I think I know who you mean.
Yeah, I think it was your husband, yeah?
Yes, was.
Yep.
We have Cephic's schedule, don't we? Like, we know where he's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. You have a literal piece of paper. Yeah.
Has that been, like, shared with the whole group?
I don't know. Aeolus has it.
Okay. Then we will touch on that later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we should probably go with you. We did use most of our supplies on this month. Wouldn't be bad to restock.
All right. I think that's a good idea. I don't think
Absolutely.
I don't think that Perilu and I really have a great position of minding ourselves. It is quite a bit of a journey back to Targos.
Clay bumps his buckler against his chest a couple times. Well, you don't gotta worry while I'm here.
I thank you. I'm sure there will be a sizable reward for you when we get back.
Well, you two being alive is enough for me.
You being reunited also with your love is more than I could ask for.
Agreed.
Quiet sort of appreciation takes over Garrett's features. He says, well, I'll be ready to head off in an hour if that's all right with you.
Take your time.
And we see the party breaking down camp and beginning to head off. Who wants to lead point? Bam.
I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll do
roll me survival.
I think I'm good at that. I am good at that. We'll see if the rolls say I'm good at that.
19.
The rolls say I'm good at that.
All right,
Absolutely.
go ahead and roll
Thank
me
you.
a 1d20.
Oh boy, those are fun.
Yeah, a 1.
I was gonna say he's gonna roll a 1.
Here comes another card,
I
zombie.
should have said it out loud.
Why you gotta do this all the time?
Couldn't help it.
Man.
Should have said it. Is that an encounter table? Are we in combat now?
Roll me another 1d20.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Zombie.
It's a Yeti. Come on, get us another Yeti.
Yeah, okay,
zombie.
so full transparency, one is a Yeti. It really was literally a Yeti, but I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I want to mix shit up here. So yes,
Oh,
yes,
wait,
V.
11 is 2 ones. That makes it 2 Yetis, right?
Oh, I'm so good at manifesting things.
V, stop it.
I almost got us a third Yeti.
We didn't want a 3rd Yeti.
I wanted a third Yeti.
God damn it.
Once again, your first mistake was trusting Kolskeg when he said there's no way there could be a third.
True, that is very true.
Oh
The
man.
Yeti assassin has come for revenge.
Oh no. It climbed out of the throat.
No, the Yeti tyke, in a surge of revenge, grew to full size and is
Just
coming
like Super
after us.
Saiyan, like.
Equipped an eye patch.
Okay. So the
What does
group of
11
you
do?
begin to make your way across the frozen wastes, heading back towards the direction of Targos, one of the 10 towns. On your way there, you are passing through the Dwarven Valley. And it is there that you realize you are not alone. And it is not the dwarves that greet you. You find in the distance is a particularly devastating scene. You see one of the dwarves beginning to flee towards the tunnels. There seem to be about 2 or 3 dead or dying, their blood cascading crimson across the snow, and ravaging them are not 1, but 2 hulking creatures. They are on all fours, and you see one of them rear up onto its hind legs, these powerful, thick, trunk-like legs, and it has these paws that are enormous, that could easily swipe the head clean off of your shoulders. It has this sort of mix of feather and fur over its entire bulky frame, and it swipes down at one of the dwarves, and you see them falling down, blood spraying everywhere. And the creature turns its face. This sort of tawny, feather-furred face with 2 large, disc-like eyes and this hooked beak for a mouth. It looks at you. And it cries out, shrill. You have encountered the skull card. This encounter is harder than it was going to be originally.
Oh, it could have been a skull Yeti. You guys messed it up.
No, I messed it up.
That's fine.
I don't know about you guys, but Kolskeg doesn't know what chill is, so yeah, he's already charging this thing.
All right.
Kolskeg sprints off. I never learned my lesson.
Nope, he didn't at all.
Really
He
don't.
I would
You
not.
Less
really
than-
don't.
What is that?
Yay.
Yeah.
Turn order.
Why would I need a lesson? It's not that heavy.
I need everyone to select their tokens and please roll for initiative.
We love this.
Oh my god. So that's 7 for me.
Oh no.
Oh, hey. Those look a lot like owlbears.
Mm-hmm. They're the snowy variety.
The snowy variety owlbear.
But they're angry, so I'm gonna call them scowl bears.
Scowl bears.
Okay. Mm.
Fun.
Are we going to treat the NPCs like they're in the combat?
We'll say that they are going to be behind you. Because you have essentially a cart, you have some non-combatants, and we'll say that both Aeolus and Emmeline are going to take up the rear and act as like guards essentially to protect them. So they're not in the fight. But yeah, you have a surprise round. We will say that they are about 80 feet away from you currently. Bam, you are first. You were 80 feet away.
Bam.
Hold on. I have to check something. I had an idea of what I was going to do.
Then you heard 80 feet.
And I heard 80 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which button's the thing? There we go. Okay, I'm guessing I can only do that 15 feet away. Okay. Bam is just going to, I guess, just move 30 feet forward.
Okay. You move 30 feet forward. You can prepare an action if you want.
Yeah, I'll say if they start to attack or come near anybody, my cantrip toll that'll go off. If I can do that. If that's
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You prepare Toll the Dead. Okay. Next is Learnus.
All right. Learnus, seeing Bam move forward, will say, focus on the one on the right first. And they will cast their hex on that owlbear here.
Okay. You see that one of them has red eyes and the other one has gold eyes.
Gotcha. So they will cast their hex on the red owlbear. Now that Learnus is no longer cursed, the hex seems to be a bit different. The same sort of energy is surrounding their arms, but instead of being this dark, evil, not nice looking energy, it's now this shining emerald green, and it almost seems to look like spectral tendrils of a sort, and extending their arms forward, they'll shoot forward and envelop the form of the owlbear, and upon doing so, the owlbear will start to feel as if their dexterity is being sapped away from.
Excellent.
I will then cast Eldritch Blast at the same owlbear.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack, please. Wow, that's a nat 20. Okay,
Vapor blast.
you do 13 damage.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. As your Eldritch Blast is sent forward, you see that it smashes straight into the face of one of these creatures and it reels back in pain. The other looks bloodily towards you, Learnus.
And as I described before, but just to refresh everyone, instead of like the black ball, it now looks like a smaller form of the spectral Cleric we saw is, running on the air and charging at the owlbear, and it just antlers down, smack. And
Awesome.
that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Kolskeg, it is your turn.
All right, this is my favorite thing to hear. So, Kolskeg, you said it's 80 feet away?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Bam is 30 feet in front of you.
Okay, cool. Kolskeg will move 30 feet towards them. Action to dash another 30 feet towards them, and bonus action, he will rage as he kind of makes his whole way there.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and use rage. Woo. There we go. And I guess that is action, bonus action. That'll end my turn.
Okay, I love it. All right, it is the owlbear's turn. We see the one with golden eyes begins to rush forward towards you, Kolskeg, and it has a multi-attack. It'll make an attack with its beak and one with
Not
its
this,
claws.
not again.
Fine.
All right, a 12 and an 11.
No, thankfully neither of those hit.
Okay, yeah, as this humongous creature begins to charge forward, you see that it is massive. It could easily barrel down a person. It snaps forward with its beak-like mouth, eating nothing but air, and it tries to claw, but you are way too fast for it to land any purchase. However, the other one will join at your side. The one with red eyes. Beak attack. Claws. 15 and 17.
Oh, the 17 will hit, so the
Okay.
claws will hit.
You manage to dive out of the way of the beak, but it catches you with a claw, and you take 17 slashing damage, which is
Halved
reduced
round-
because you're in rage.
Yeah, half rounded down, right? Or
Yeah.
rounded up.
Down.
So that's 8. Cool.
It rends its massive claws across your chest. A devastating blow. Clay, it is your turn.
So that was a brutal hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bam, you did prepare a spell.
I was gonna ask. I did prepare my Toll
What
of the
it-
Dead. Would
Toll of the Dead. What's the distance of that?
let me throw it in chat.
Yeah. Because they're technically 50 feet away from you.
Oh, are they? Okay. 60.
Okay. Yep,
Just in time.
that hits.
Just in time.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right, so,
Okay. Just for... Let's see. Okay. Needs to make a wisdom save. Rolls a 9. It fails. So it takes 5 necrotic damage. Yeah, you see the one with the hex on it. It reels as it hears some kind of invisible sound, thrashing its massive head around. Seemingly distracted.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder. Clay, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Clay is going to dash up alongside Kolskeg,
Okay.
and then I am going to use Action Surge and attack the red.
Okay.
This is an 18 hit.
Yes, armor class is 13.
5 slashing to the red one.
Okay. As you whip your hand axe across its arm, you see feathers flying forward. These creatures almost seem to blend perfectly into the snow. They are snow white in appearance, and you see a bit of blood beginning to leak out from where it's taken this injury. It squawks at you.
That is my turn.
Okay. Bam, it is your turn.
How far are they away from me at this point?
They are 50 feet away from you.
All right, so, am I 30? 30 and 30 would be 60 if I dashed, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Okay. So
If you
I
dash, then you'll be in melee.
okay.
If you do your
then
regular movement, then you're 20 feet away.
I'll just do the dash because I can still do my action, right? If I do a dash. Or is
No.
that my
No.
action?
So you
Dash.
have your regular movement, and then you can use an action to dash, which doubles your movement.
Oh, okay.
So you can stop 20 feet away from them and then use your action if you want.
Yeah, I guess I'll do. Yeah, well, it doesn't. I'll just get in melee range because what I want to do, I want to do a spell, but I got to be within 15 feet. So either way, I can't do it. So I'll just dash and get closer.
Okay, cool. So you are now in melee range of them.
Mm-hmm.
That will be your turn. Learnus, it's your turn.
All right. Oh, and let's see. The red one is still out, correct?
Yes, it looks
Okay.
pretty badly wounded.
All right. Learnus will go ahead and cast another Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. Okay. 12 is a miss. You see your Eldritch Blast ruffle some of the feathers, but it doesn't seem to make purchase.
Damn it. And once realizing this, Learnus will sort of, collect themselves and say, it's all right, it's all right. They will now, as their bonus action, use their Hexblade's Curse on... it is on the one with the golden eyes.
Okay.
And that will be the end of their turn.
Okay. Kolskeg, it's your turn.
I will use a natural 20, and I'm going to swing the great axe. So we'll just roll it so I can roll damage, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want to double it or do you want to roll twice?
I'm gonna roll twice, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do it again.
So it's gonna be 9 because I have a +2. I don't think that gets doubled though. And an additional 6, so a total of 15 slashing damage into the one with golden eyes over here.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
drive your great axe into it. You hear a sickening crunch, and when you pull it out, there's a spray of blood everywhere.
Yeah. And that I don't have anything I can do as a bonus action, I don't think. Let me look, but I'm pretty sure I don't.
I think rage is the only thing that. Variance
Actually,
that-
as a critical hit, whenever I score a critical hit with slasher,
Mhm.
the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So, gold eyes over here has disadvantage.
Okay. Very good. All right.
Uh-oh, Gold's gonna diss you on all their attacks.
Yeah, they're just gonna land everything anyways.
Double 20s.
The owlbear with red eyes is going to see who it's going to hit. It's going to try to hit Kolskeg with his beak, which is a nat 1
Nope,
and a 12.
neither of those hit.
Okay,
Thank
very good. And the one with gold eyes is going to try to attack you. It has disadvantage. 18.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no.
Okay,
13 rounded
so
down,
half of
so
13 and then a 10.
The 10 doesn't.
And
Okay.
also, I intercept the half of 13.
Okay.
So
Interception within 5 feet, you can reduce 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus. Okay.
Oh wow.
So minus 10 damage.
I'll add that 6 damage back, and yeah.
Yeah,
Very
wow.
nice.
That
Yeah.
is
Nice.
amazing. Very good.
That's so cool.
Yeah. You intercept with your blow. And
Clay hops in
Learnus.
front of Kolskeg, plants their feet, and just withers the blow.
Yeah. As this happens, Learnus, you hear the sound of the beak crunching against Clay's shield as Clay raises it up. And when Clay bounces back, for a split second, Learnus, you swear you saw something behind the owlbears. Some kind of shadow between the whipping snowy wind. It looks like some kind of creature, but when you try to focus your eyes, you can't quite see it. Leonus, you have drawn the Flames card. Something
Oh boy.
supernatural is hunting you.
Fantastic.
And
Ooh.
that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Ah.
Fantastic.
Oh.
We love
Yeah.
that for Learnus.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Hooray.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really, really appreciate the show of support. Thank you so much for all the card draws, the advantages, the D20s. They really needed it. They had a very crunchy battle that they managed to
Yeah.
get out of. I've been Sel Luna. Thank you so much for being here. If there's anything that you want to do to support the channel, please consider following us either on Twitch or on YouTube. There's a free way that you can support us and get notifications for when we go live. I'm going to pass it on over to my table mates here. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and tell me what your favorite part was. I will start off by saying that unfortunately GeekDice and Melly were unable to join us today. But if you want to check out Melly's things, you can check the links here in chat. I'll pass on over to V.
Hello, I'm V, Vertigo Cross. I'm a Twitch streamer who plays a variety of games, usually whenever I feel like it, but you can always catch me on Thursdays playing with my friend JC Baggy. Right now we're doing Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy every night around 8 p.m. on Thursdays. As far as what my favorite part was, I'm a big fan of the running theme of Kolskeg trying to fight things too big for himself and just getting instantly laid out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Thank you so much. We'll slide on over to Zombie.
I didn't think you were gonna get to me so quick. Hi, my name is hello. My name is Jacob Zombie or Z, whatever the names had to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, but that's up to your own discretion. Today I played Bam Nash. Favorite moment of tonight probably was the fact that we survived the TKP. And we might be getting into another one, so hooray. But we shall see how these owlbears will fare with us. But yeah, I think that, and then I think, you know what? I'll leave that. I'll let other moments sort of speak on their own, I suppose. But that's my favorite because I wasn't sure how we were going to escape that, and that was just. I'm really happy that we were able to at least say we survived for now. If you feel so inclined to, please come follow me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you do, I will appreciate you so much. There is a pinned tweet. Business card made by the lovely Lady May. Anyone and everyone should go check out Lady May. They do amazing things. It is a business card for me to do video editing, audio editing, touch clipping. I feel like I do a good enough job with any of those. Hopefully you do too. And if you know anyone who'd like to have any of those services, please let me know. I am in the process right now of making it really easy to pull all my links into one spot and just share it off, and here's all the stuff I do. So hopefully that'll be coming out in the next few weeks.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We'll hop on over to Apollyon.
Hey everybody, I'm Apollyon, and tonight I played the Barbarian Kolskek. I actually am also a DM. I have a campaign that I'm up and running. There are 2 of them. One currently has some availability, so if you ever wanted to play a Dragonlance campaign, please swing by, check it out. It should be posted, but my start playing is posted right there. You can check it out. Also, you can find me on Twitter. Not super active, but I am there. Outside of that, you can find me here every other Wednesday night playing, D&D with these wonderful, beautiful people.
Excellent. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part, I think it was honestly when we had Kolskeg getting up using the dodge action, and then it just being an effort in futility and immediately just getting sucker punched back down onto the ground.
Hey, me too.
It was like Star Wars, the Wampa, you know what I mean? Just whang, and then that was game over.
Yeah, I just love that Bam's yeah, you can go that way, and then you start heading that way, and you're not the one that comes back. It's the Yeti that rounds the corner.
I fully imagined what happened there is Kolskeg, because he doesn't have dark vision, he's walking with one hand on the wall and the other one just clutching his axe in front of him and just rounds the corner into the Yeti, and it's I'm in trouble.
The Yeti just backhands you out of the way I got places to be.
Yeah.
I got time for you.
Oh, that's so funny. Thank you so much. And last but not least, we have Matt.
Hello, everyone. I am Matt Schroeder. My pronouns are they, them, as are Learnus, the totally not at all edgy with a mysterious backstory character I play. Tonight was super fun. I very much enjoyed exploring my character more, kind of revealing a bit about them. I also very much, as usual, enjoy Kolskeg shenanigans. But honestly, my favorite part was probably as weird as it sounds, being in a combat this intense. I'm not very experienced in TTRPG, so this is the most challenging combat I've been in, and there was a lot of anxiety there, but it also was very fun. And hey, we survived. Hopefully we'll survive this encounter too. And I'm, not at all nervous about the card I drew. You can find me here on Wednesdays. I'm also on Twitter. And I am also trying to do this more. If you happen to know of any casting calls, you can send them my way. I'm trying to get some more experience with this. Yeah, it's really fun and I love it. And TRPGs and where they're going is amazing. Thank you all. and have a great night. I love this game so much. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Please join us for more Rime of the Frostmaiden. We are going to be having an off Wednesday date, so if you want to keep up with when that will be, you can hop into our Discord. Otherwise, you'll get notifications for whenever we go live. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.